Okay, I'm back. So it looks a little bit better now. I don't know for sure, but it's not lagging as much as it was. So we're gonna jump back into it. Yeah, it's not as bad as it was. We still can't make a lot of things, unfortunately. Ooh, I should throw a cheese wheel up in here, you know? I got a cheese wheel. Throw some celery. Got some jam up in here. Throw a papaya. Sweet potato. We really got stuff up here. Do we have? Okay, we do have hottie stuff. Okay. What do I need for fruit tart? Oh, I need to go get sugar and stuff too. So I can actually start making meals. Because I don't have none of that. That's probably something I need to do right now. Let's get 5 stone out of my inventory. I need to get that to Zoe. See, it's doing the shit again. I don't know why. Baby Luffy enjoying the sun. Okay, mining. Nope. I put it inside of farming. I guess I can sell the rest of this shit. Don't really need it. Okay. This. I have to keep that. Keep the celery too. Okay. And this is my first bat wing. Kinda nervous. Okay, do that. And I'm gonna throw these in here. Sell this. Sell this. Actually, put some of my fighting stuff away. Put that away. And put this away. Yeah. Okay, we need to find Zoe. I think she's in school. Hey, Jay, so saucy. Thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate you. Let's go to, yeah, the woodlands, because that's where the school is. But we also have to come down here. God, it's struggling today. It usually isn't this bad, but it's giving me a little hard time right now. Probably because it took me a while to actually, like, join up and do it. Process fossil remains. Ooh, a Stegosaurus tail. I know of that dinosaur, actually. I don't know him personally. We don't hang out. But, you know, I know of him. Why are you struggling like this? It's a lot. Oh, it's back on Epic. See, I don't know why it does this. This is what I mean, dude. I didn't tell it to do any of that shit. It was like, I'm gonna go back up. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad. Which I'll have you know I am your real father. So, fuck off. Still not great, but not as bad. Okay, there's Zoe. Here you go. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, it's still pretty dang slow. I'm not sure why. Not 100% sure why. I feel like it was less bad from before me starting to stream the first time. But it's pretty hot in here still. It's just been struggling. Okay, anyway. Oh, I gotta open my journal. God, I have so many things. Right, he needs green tea too. I don't know if I'll be able to get the green tea today. Well, I can always come back here. Let's come back to here. Let's go get that green tea while the shop might still be open. I think it closes at like 12. It could close at 11, but we'll find out. Oh, cutscene. Is it with Raj? Satin, great to see you. What do you want to drink? You would add tea? One water coming right up. I said tea. Don't worry about it. It's on the house today. Oh, I can't accept that. You can and you will. It's just a little token of my thanks for being such a great customer. I do not buy enough from you, man. I don't think this is a good business practice. But thank you for the green tea. Thank you. Or black tea. I don't know what you gave me. To tell you the truth, the business is a little slow. I'm sort of worried. Sometimes I feel like I'm in way over my head. I know what you mean. Yeah. I feel it. It's real though. Just between us, I'm making enough money to stay in business, but just barely. How will I ever expand and be successful if I'm barely covering expenses? And that's a huge problem in Japan right now, dude. I feel it. Have a nice day. Thanks for coming to Raj's. Raj seems like a very nice person. Mayor Connor invited me to join the Scarlet Town Chamber of Commerce. Do you think I should join? Honestly, I think it's a good idea because then you have more say in what's going on. A Chamber of Commerce can be a great resource for small businesses. I figure if I join, I can ask for advice. It's not a bad idea. I say go for it, honestly, if it were me. If Rajas is going to grow, I need to start taking stuff more seriously. I'll join the Chamber of Commerce. Hell yeah, Raj. You do it. Here, let me get your refill before you go. I need to start buying more stuff from Raj. But, in interest of taking my business more seriously, I think I need to charge you for this one. That's okay. I think I would have rather paid anyway, so that's fine. I'd rather support, you know? Support the small business. Anyway, out of my way! I gotta go to Raj's! I gotta go to green tea! Right now! Got me a green tea. Alright. Hey, what's up? Do I have anything I can... Okay, I don't have anything I could just give. Well... He probably doesn't even like baked goods. Because it's usually that, like, the stuff you make every day you don't want. Okay, let's go back up. Okay, it's really killing over here. It's dying. Not much to load in here, I don't think. Oh, yeah, process. Okay, I have a fire agate. I think I can give this to the goddess. Possibly. That's rough. I didn't even get my blessing today. Which is nothing, by the way. Didn't even get my blessing of nothing. Nothing? I thought that would have counted for precious. I guess not. It's not precious. Alright. Rare artisan. Wine. Ooh, fermented. I gotta get on that, you know? What else I gotta make here? Oh, I haven't given butter. Oh, jeez, I need to get that. Well, I haven't even, like, really interacted with my animals, so I need to do that. Gives me extra excuse. Game, you're killing me. We got some big old eggs. Ooh, it's a quality product. Did I already pet you guys? I guess I did. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Did I get milk? I don't know. Mochi's here, so. I did not. Alright. Jeez. Okay. No. I need to go get the milker. The old milky boy. Put this in there. Oh wait, no, I have the milker. I was like, did I put it in here? I did. I did indeed. And then a nice big duck egg. Wait. I don't know if I need that, so I'll wait. I need that for the goddess. I gotta save again. This is rough. That's rough there, buddy. Again, it's pretty hot in here. That's probably why. But anyway. Sweater, what's wrong? And it's too cold. Put your hand and now let me hold both your hands in the holes of my sweater. Hi. Need it, so I think I need to offer this one, yeah, because it's the silver. I was like, do I even have to offer this? I do indeed. I do indeed. Actually, I forgot I have an extra thing just for milk down here. Okay, I'm being blocked by the trays. I can make butter right here. How long is that gonna take? A while? Yep. That's fine. At least I have a couple things I can give to the goddess. I think it's this one. Yep. The large milk. There you go. Oh wait. I forgot the other one. Basic artisan. And I can put this in there. Sneeze. Got morel chips. Now we need butter and juice. Gotta figure out how to do juice. That'll be interesting. Anyway, we gotta find Paul. Wipe my nose. Ah! Oh, I didn't even notice I have a mastery point. Ugh. from mining. Ooh, rare. Find rare. This one's almost there. Double kelp. Ooh, artifacts. Ooh, maybe. I think the artifacts would be better. We've done like no fishing. You know what? Let's find Paul, and then after that... Ooh, wow, I have a lot of events I need to do. So many. Okay. Where the heck is Paul? And I should talk to Raina today. I don't know what time they close, but... Paul... There he is. Okay, he's over there. Let's do his little quest. Oh my god. Go over here? Oh, I am stuck, aren't I? He is. You just saved my life. Thank you so, so much. I'll always remember this favor. If you need anything, please let me know. You got $1 million? I'm sorry. But they're just walking away from my terrible joke. That's fair. Actually, okay. When's your next 3 heart event? The beach shack. It's already too late for that one. So, Aaliyah. Let's hang out. Alice. Too late for that. Waku. Way too late for that. Anne. It's not rainy, and it's too late for that. Already checked yours. Archie. Too late. Too late. Too late. Got a lot. Too late. Oh, that's a hangout. Guess I should hang out with everyone, you know? Too late. Too late. Okay. Oh, I can go there. I guess I'll do that. Fine, whatever. Let's go to their house and get this event. Sorry, Buggeroony. Didn't see you there. Getting shady pretty fast over here. Aye, aye, aye. What kind of shady? Slim shady. Pick up and go, y'all. Oh god. Ah! Trying to avoid that trees over here, and I am hitting every single one. Okay, their house is over here. There we go. Let me help. No, no. You just sit down. Let me serve you you two my special egg dish. Satin, perfect timing. Come in, join us. We do have an extra over here, so why not? I'm interested. Starving, I hope. Interesting. Isn't it? Smelled a bit funny at first. I was really worried. To tell you the truth, I thought I used the wrong ingredients. but I'm sure I got the recipe right. I wrote it down. No mention of fish here. Wait, what? I wasn't supposed to put fish in the batter? Oh my god. How can you say it's your special dish and you've never made it? What the heck? Check out my list over there. Get your rewards for certain monsters. Okay. Gotta give you a gift. It doesn't say anything on this list, so I don't know what you're talking about. Can't go this way. Yeah, I bet somebody doesn't want that egg dish anymore. I can make this into something tomorrow's lunch. Ooh. Scrambled eggs. Fabulous. Guess I'll check and see if I can go in here. BOS. What's in here? You can complete errands for BOS here. An adventure. One of us? I mean, I guess. Y'all ain't even giving me tasks. What's the incentive? What is it? How am I supposed to kill a bunch of monsters if you guys don't give me an incentive? Okay. I guess everything still needs to load. Wait. Oh, I should probably water you. Ah! Okay, there it is. Oh yeah, I didn't know if I needed the big egg or not. Should check that, but also my butter should be done. There we go. No, it's a large butter, but it is a butter nonetheless. So I should be able to give that to the goddess. Oh my god. Advanced. The butter. I don't have anything to make juice yet. Like, I think I need, like, a juicer. Okay, it's ocean stuff. Nope. Right, insects and stuff. Just making sure. Go back home. Oh my god. And I think I already gave my animal, my sweet baby Luffy, some love. Hello. Also gonna check this. Anything I can make? No. Nice. Wait, okay. I have an egg, don't I? Oh, I need a pot. Oh, so I really do need... I need stuff to make stuff. Not insane, but a little wild for me. Heck yeah. It's the 20th. I have 8 more days until the fall is over. time. Yeah. Do a little pause already because I have to use the bathroom. We are.
请别忘记如风清水一般内心中的心情，将早已决定好的框架设计好，去丢弃不着不经意间随口哼出的句子与旋律，纠缠着我的心，你藏的言语向着天空中响彻飞去，把所有的心事都传达给你，将所有的苦难放送给你，让不同感情的点连接成线，随心线飞升地方的遥远，把所有的年月全都交给你，将所有的声音都交付于你，让如同银河的线连接成了你的心连在一起，无论谁在请相信你将世界带我下有清澈的光芒，轻轻喊出之前，你声音传来有个手掌，手拥过感情不这才发现不自觉的哼唱，随着心的方向，嘴边的言语接近一切在天空接盘，把所有的心事都传达给你，将所有的苦难放送给你，让不同感情的点连接成线，随心线飞升地方的遥远，把所有的年月全都交给你，将所有的声音都交付于你，让如同银河的线连接成了你的心连在一起，无论谁在哪里。你永不会出现，歌唱的历练，年复一年未曾改变，安歇看到晨光的每天，其实是谁赐予的光线，变重回景色，瞬间没有一过，那是我存在的因果，请你告诉我，与心相连接给我，把所有的心事都传达给你，将所有的苦难放送给你，让不同感情的点连接成线，随心线飞升地方的遥远，把所有的年月全都交给你，将所有的声音都交付于你，让如同银河的线连接成了你的心连在一起，无论谁在哪里。请别忘记如风清水一般内心中的心情，将早已决定好 的框架设计好，去丢弃不着不经意间随口哼出的句子旋律，就唱着我的心，你藏的言语，向着天空中响彻飞去，把所有的心事都传达给你，将所有的苦恼放送给你，让不同感情的点连接成线，随心相开成地方的遥远，把所有的年月全部交给你，将所有的伤灵光交付于你，让云和银河的线连接成能与你的心连在一起，无论是在哪里。请相信你就是解答映下有清澈的光芒，轻轻喊出指尖，你生命传来有个手掌，手用的感情捕捉，才发现不自觉的哼唱，随着心的方向，嘴边的言语接近一切，在天空解放，把所有的心事都传达给你，将所有的苦恼放送给你，让不同感情的点连接成线，随心相开成地方的遥远，把所有的年月全部交给你，将所有的伤灵光交付于你，让云和银河的线连接成能与你的心连在一起，无论是在哪里。你永不会出现，歌唱的历练，年复一年未曾改变，安歇看到晨光的每天，其实是水子里的光线，云重回金色，瞬间没有一朵，那是我存在的因果，请你告诉我，与心相连接给我，把所有的心事都传达给你，将所有的苦恼放送给你，让不同感情的点连接成线，随心相开成地方的遥远，把所有的年月全部交给你，将所有的伤灵光交付于你，让云和银河的线连接成能与你的心连在一起，无论是在哪里。
Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. I'm back. Had an issue with my cat not wanting me to use the bathroom. Hi. Okay, what's happening? Was it sunny, windy, cloudy? Okay, I need to go get pots and stuff now that I know that I have to literally go get cookware. I mean, I guess that helps. That's so much produce. I mean, the fruit isn't gonna help me anymore, but I have to sell the other ones. I keep wanting to just like sell the bronze directly to him, but it says ship specifically, so I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, I thought I hurt my cat. Because he knows how to open doors, so I can't trust him. He's a menace and a half. Okay, I don't have any in here. I thought I did. Okay. Double check that this hasn't reverted again. No, it's at medium. Okay. I just don't trust anything. Y'all get your behinds out here. Oh. Pick up the eggs. touch on love of my babies. Need to make what's it called, mayonnaise. Don't you need vinegar for that? Because I'm just using a machine, so like what do you need for that? Plus I think you also need milk. Hello, babies. Where is your sheep cousin? Your sheep sibling? Where's she at? She inside? Wendy? Oh no, you were hiding. Okay. Got a quality product. Okay, you need to be sheared, miss. Well, I'll pet you at least. But you do need to be sheared, so. Go in here. Put that back. Don't know what the shears are, so I gotta come back. Okay, sell that. Yeah, and this is the vegetable, right? Eggplant. Yeah. How many more do I need? Like 20? Probably. Freaking probably. So sweet. Honestly, best boy. Sweetest boy. God. I'm gonna throw you up in here. Some pickled potatoes. Pumpkin. Why did I say potatoes? Pickled pumpkins. These. The milk. Ship that. Yeah. Should I ship that? I don't know yet. I'll wait on that. Alright, let's check what my blessing is. Goddess, please give me a good blessing. Extra help. Okay. Wait, where did I want to go? Oh, right, museum. I did want to go there so I can give him stuff. There's something else I wanted to do. I just don't remember what. Oh, yeah, pots. I have to go buy pots and pans and such because I have a kitchen now. Maybe a microwave? I don't know. So itchy. Probably because my hair is in my ear. Probably. Oh, hey, Raphael. Would you like an eggplant? No, don't eat it in front of him, you weirdo. No! Raphael, please! Oh my god. I appreciate it, thanks. That's a really good one. And I ate it, and I didn't need to eat it. Oh, that's so frustrating. Hopefully I make a lot more money today. Anyway, coral shopping. I forgot I had a cutscene with him today. Hello, Mayor. How are we on this fine day? Either one is great. I think the blender will last a long time. One of our best. Yeah. Blender again, probably. I've been spending way too much lately, but what is one more, right? What do you think, Satin? Shopping again? I'm so judgmental. Shopping again? Yeah. Did you break your freaking blender, dude? What the fuck? Anyway, I think I'll take the blender. Could you wrap it up, please? I can deliver it to your house later. if you want to go down, if you want to go around town first. Oh, no need. I'll take it with me. Thanks, though. Fabulous. Okay, hi. Oh god, I don't have a seasoning set. Oh, I need so much. I don't have a bowl. Oh my god. I need an oven? Probably, but damn. Oh my god. I gotta have seasoning. I can't just not have seasoning. Okay. I guess I'll get a pot. And now I'm out of money. Oh, I'm gonna have to make so much stuff to make more money. Oh god. Alright, well, that's my life. It is what it is. I have to sell so much stuff. Well, while I'm here, who else do I have to see? Where are you? I gotta go to the beach shack. Okay. And I can do that. Let's take the teleporter over there. Okay, let's go to the diving pier. And we'll go inside the beach shack. I might as well. And I might as well pick everything up because I'm gonna need the money anyway. Jeez, dude. So expensive. Oh, is it because it's windy? It's because it's windy. That's a hangout. Coral Inn. Okay, I can go in there. Who else has stuff? Go to the lake. I could have did that right away. Oh, I have to go to the tavern because that's one that's about to end at 3, so I should go there first. And then I'll go to the inn. Goodness, this lag is killing me. Okay. What's up? The music. Oh, look at him. Don't just stand there, farmer. Have a seat. I don't bite. Wouldn't mind if you did. Didn't want to bother you. You look preoccupied. Don't take this the wrong way. You look sad. Good to know. I don't bite. I also don't bite, so no need to look so gloomy. I just can't stop thinking about what my dad said about Suki and Alice at the shack that time. That he's proud of them. Is that bad? I don't know what to say to that. I just wish, I mean, I am his kid, not Suki and Alice. He should be proud of me. I'm sure he is. Maybe he has trouble saying it. He doesn't have any trouble saying how much I disappoint him. It's tiring to always be compared to people. Never enough. I know he did his best with him being a single dad and all that. Maybe he's right. Maybe I should have taken over the family business. It's the least I could do, right? I think he'd be proud of you if you were a fisherman instead of an astronomer. Follow your heart, that's important. I think you should tell him how you feel. It's hard because Asian societies, like, sometimes that doesn't go over well, but sometimes it's better to hear the truth. Like, instead of just walking away telling him, like, exactly how you feel, you should tell him how you feel. You really don't know my dad that well. We don't talk about feelings. But that's not a bad idea. I think I will.